Welcome once again to another episode of R&D with Kappa WallE. I am WallE, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. And with me, as always, is my Triple S rank gacha host co-host, Kappa.
What's up? Triple S? That's a thing?
S. You just, yeah, there's this, how it goes ranking. It goes, goes D, F, C, no, D, C, B, A. Then it goes gold A sometimes.
Gold
and you got S.
A, okay.
You got double S and you got triple S. You're definitely a triple S.
Oh, okay. I thought that would only existed in like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta.
No, well,
that's just everywhere. That's just also in host clubs. I'm very unfamiliar with the host club culture, so I'm it just would be very helpful to
it's just the ranking system.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. Okay. I thought you came in here with like host club knowledge. I was like, oh dang, WallE, hell yeah.
I could just see like wherever there's now. I just want to see a host club where I just go by a host club. You just see your face just right there, like
yeah. It's just I know nothing about host club culture. I only know about the toxic side of it because looking up travel and cultural stuff for my upcoming trip. I fell down a deep rabbit hole.
Oh, you did that to yourself.
I did that to myself. So I only know about the toxic side, but I don't actually know how any of this, like, do they have code names? Do they?
No, yeah,
because
like just like any other kind of like service that is like, I wouldn't call host sex work, but it is it's
adjacent to
sex adjacent, yeah. But much like any kind of customer service work where you're kind of making like a interpersonal relationship, you're going to use
so like host club. So for those listening that don't know, host clubs are basically like your maid cafes, but in the opposite direction of the gender spectrum, right? So instead of moe anime girls, you have Bishonen
beautiful men.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so
I imagine there's like everyone's got like their host name that isn't their actual name.
Yeah, like, and it's a very it's a very simple name that people, like, when they come in, they can like refer, hey, is so and so here? And then they can say, oh, hey, yes, so and so is here. Hey, so and so, your favorite is here, or someone is looking for you.
That's right. And then you can like purchase drinks or food to share with them. And I've played Yakuza.
Okay, see, that is a good jumping off. That's a good. That's basically what the host club culture is. You go in there and you just spend time with someone, but you're paying for all of the food and drinks, and you even can buy them gifts and bring it into them. Showing your admiration.
Yeah, do we like host culture? Is this something that is like healthy and like well respected, or is it reviled like the YouTube videos the 3 YouTube videos that I watched about predatory practices?
I feel I support sex work and sex adjacent work. I'm a big supporter of it.
It's work.
But like every kind of job is going to have a very toxic background, no matter.
I see. So it's like like a slippery slope, and it can get toxic really fast if the owner is not careful, or if the purveyors or the patrons are not careful.
Yeah, it's the whole thing of like that. When certain jobs don't have the access to certain baseline benefits that they can provide workers, it's going to become toxic, no matter what.
I see.
And that's and me in general, I'm just a supporter of support service people, and that is another form of support service. It's another example of it. So I am hardcore supporting it, but just like all support services, there's always a toxic side. There's always a negative side to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Okay, question for you then, WallE.
Yeah.
Have you been to a host club / maid cafe?
I have not been to a host club / maid cafe. However, I have been to strip clubs, which is genuinely the same exact thing.
It's like the American equivalent.
Yeah, I guess you can kind of say that,
because we don't have like a 1-to-1 adjacent analog to host clubs and maid
No,
cafes?
we don't. I mean, there are like
Until you get very, very like specific and
yes.
niche.
If you
right?
could probably
But
find
there's no
people who have-
wide sweeping phenomenon
No,
or business models or anything.
I think that you could probably find people who do like maid cafes as a fun little thing for conventions, but I've never seen like an actual maid cafe or host club here in America. I don't think that will ever happen because it would probably be viewed as the same line of, hey, this is just a strip club without stripping, you know?
Yeah.
And then
interesting. So I have been to a maid cafe.
Ooh.
And it was me and my friends. We, after college, we decided to take a trip to Japan, and we did end up going to a maid cafe, just for like one of the tourist trap ones. But there's definitely a weird air about it because you have the people who are there as tourists that are like, oh, this is a thing in Japan that we can do that's really fun and enjoyable. And then you have the people who are regulars.
Yeah.
And then you have the people that are definitely, I didn't see this personally, but my friend did during a different day that decided to be in the area. But it was definitely see those people who are a little bit more predatory. It's very, very like a weird balance. And while I was there, it was fun. They take pictures with you. They do poses. And have you like chant over your omelet and your omurice. It was great, very cute. They work very, very hard and very good at their jobs. But the what I was getting at with it, whether or not you had been to a host club or a maid cafe, what would be your like your host name or your maid name?
Oh, see, okay, I could get away with WallE.
You could get away with WallE.
Yeah, I could totally get away with WallE because I have my government name, and then I have my name I gave myself, which is spelled with a Y. But then a lot of people know me, and which I always try to promote for myself is WallE with a E. Yeah.
Yes, like the robot.
Yeah, just like the cute little robot. That's what I go by. You though, you also come on. Could you come on? Go into a host club and say, yes, is Kappa here? Come on.
Yeah, sure. I imagined it as like you have your host. Okay, so you have your name that you go by, and you decide everyone calls you that.
Yeah.
But then your host name, I always imagined had an air of elegance or coolness to it. You know.
Oh, okay.
Versus your maid name, your maid cafe name is like something cute, something cheerful. You know.
Okay. See. All right.
You can use your name. You can use WallE.
Yeah.
But what is the elegant kakoi version?
Oh, the elegant kakoi version of WallE. Ooh. It'll be Gyojimaru.
Gyojimaru? Okay.
Yeah, but thing is, everyone, like, if they get to know me, they always say, "Oh my God, is Gyoji-kun here?"
Gyoji-kun. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I would be like one of those hosts that comes. I would have like my whole persona would be a cool and aloof person, like the cool, mature, aloof guy.
Cool, mature.
That, but that looks like, that gives you that aura of daddy, but also can relate to you on a level that makes you feel comfortable. That
this is the well-traveled, worldly.
Yes. Yeah.
Mentor.
Yeah.
Type.
That kind of type. That kind of type is what my character would be.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
See, now I got to know yours.
So, I think you're correct in like Kappa would be pretty straightforward, but I think, just go with a very generic like Kosuke, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is, and thing is, like, that's like Kevin. That's a very Kevin.
Yeah,
name.
like it's like Japanese Kevin, like Daisuke or Shinsuke, or yeah. It's like you got your John, you got your Stan. Kosuke is like your Kevin.
It's like that meme of that kitten wearing the little hoodie. It's like, oh my god, Kyle looks so cute in his hoodie today. Yeah, Kosuke has the same energy as Kyle.
But it's like I think it would be the knowing myself, I feel like I would hate being in that environment all the time. Just knowing,
I would.
Right?
Oh, I know.
So I think I'd lean into it and just kind of like be a little bit mean. You know, that's my person. Like, I'm a little mean to you.
Are you going to go with now? See, if you're going to be mean, you got to remember, are you going to go with bad boy or delinquent?
Ooh, okay. I think that distinction depends on the client.
Me personally, you know? I think you could pull off delinquent.
Delinquent?
I think you could pull off delinquent. Yeah, I think you could pull off delinquent.
Bad boy, I don't know. I'm a little bit too soft for that.
Yeah, you're way too soft for bad boy.
I feel like I'm too nice.
Yeah. You could pull off delinquent easier than bad boy, because bad boy, you have to like own it.
You have to commit.
But with delinquent, it's just, I'm just putting up a front.
Yeah, with delinquent, it's just you kind of say what's on your mind, you know, but you can take it back and be sorry about it and still maintain that delinquent, that bancho sort of persona.
I think we would probably just be two banchos.
Okay,
yeah,
so you got
I would be the stoic worldly bancho.
The stoic worldly one.
Yeah.
The one that's kind of like quiet, like the one that everyone in the delinquent gang sort of respects.
Yeah.
And has a quiet like awe and regard for, and I'm the figurehead that everyone is like, yeah, no, get him.
Yeah,
and,
you are the one that is the sword that they call on when things hit the wall, when things go sour. You know, you're the one. Okay, so if this was the anime, it would be like, you know, I just happened to not be there or something. So like, oh no, we need Kosuke. And it's like, and it camera pans to like some shadowy booth where you're sitting there and you see a hand reach out, grab like, I don't know, a Calpico soda.
It's gotta be like something really fruity and really like,
oh yeah, like super garish.
like not even just Calpico, but like Calpico peach or Calpico strawberry.
Yeah, it was Calpico strawberry. It has to be Calpico strawberry. It has to be Calpico strawberry. And you rip open the can, you knock it back, and you see this, like, you see a little breath of steam blows out from the fog.
and it's just Darika.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. That just brings me to another question. I always wondered, because I think we talked about this before. What was your favorite tournament arc?
What was my favorite tournament arc? Oh
yeah,
okay.
like off the cuff that you feel was perfect.
Indigo League of Pokemon. It was the first time that I was like, the pro tag can lose? Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
Ash got bopped in the Indigo League.
Yeah, and that was like that let's see, that was like what, 99, 98 or 99?
98,
and
99,
I was like maybe 6 or 7 at that point.
So that was the first time you saw the hero lose, wasn't it?
And yeah, my access to anime wasn't a lot, but like I would see Goku win tournaments from the VHS tapes I borrowed from the library. Same with in Yu Yu Hakusho and everything. But I never finished the tournament arc when I was younger, when I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho. But I remember watching the tournament arc in Pokemon, being like, yeah, no, Ash is gonna get this. Ash is gonna win, and then he doesn't, and you're like, oh no, my world is, you can lose. Does that mean we're gonna, who's gonna be the hero now?
I think what was even more interesting about the Indigo League and Ash losing, it wasn't just that Ash lost. He lost to, like, you know, Timu him.
Yeah.
That was the wild part. It wasn't even just like, it wasn't against Gary or anyone. It was Dollar Tree Ash that he lost against. And that was like, wait, what? And so then when he lost, you're like, so is this the main character now? Is this the person I'm supposed to follow? Yeah. And I feel like, you know, now you think about it, yeah, that was a really messed up like thing that Ash lost to, like, basically himself.
Because we've seen him like win, and we've seen him do the shonen thing where like he forges bonds with his Pokemon, they learn and they grow with him, and then it's supposed to like you it all culminates in the fight, the a victory, right?
Yeah.
But even despite all of that, trying your best, trying your hardest, all of a sudden, all of that comes crashing down, and it sidesteps your expectations as a child.
Oh, big time.
And you are then faced with, okay, how does Ash take this? And you learn how, and I thought it was great because you learn how to lose. You learn how that it's okay to lose, and that's not the end, because there's Johto and Hoenn and Sinnoh and so many, the Orange Islands. There's so much beyond this for you to grow into.
I think, and I think it's kind of a testament to our two different generations of media, because for me, my go-to tournament arc is always the Dark Tournament. I love the Dark Tournament because it was that tournament that showed off what everyone was capable of. Like so with the Dark Tournament Yu Hakusho, it started right after when Yusuke and Kuwabara invaded the mansion to rescue Hiei's sister. And that's when they first meet the Toguro brothers, and we meet the younger Toguro, who's basically like this super powerful demon that they had to basically Yusuke and Kuwabara like hit the wall against, and they barely survived. But what was interesting about that invasion arc was that Yusuke and Kuwabara are OP going into it. They make it they make it a statement saying that these guys are mowing over a demon gang that is much powerful than any other thing they've ever fought in the series up till now. And they're just mowing over them. And then when they finally get to the Toguro brothers, they hit that wall and they barely survive. Then right after that, we find out that this was all a setup, and Toguro just really wanted to do this because he's like, the Dark Tournament's happening soon. Yusuke, I didn't use my full power on you. I am now going to show you, not myself at my full power, but even a fraction more powerful than the fight that I gave you. And he almost kills Yusuke. And that's when Yusuke's like, crap, I am not strong enough. There is no way I can beat this guy. But he is offering me this chance to prove myself. So I'm going to lock in, get stronger, and go and face Toguro at this tournament. But what was so cool about it is that you saw everyone else going through their training, and they get to the tournament and they body everyone going into it. They body everyone. Yeah, there are the hard struggle fights and everything, but man, every single fight that they win is like this white knuckle fight of like, how are they going to turn around and win this? And then when you finally get to the finals, you find out all during this tournament, they were training as they were getting to this point. They were going through various little mini arcs to get to them to an even more powerful point that you finally see them at their new peak. And it is fantastic to see, because you see them gain to this like through personal drama, through outside forces, through all these things. And it gets them to this point. It's like, yeah, we've gone through it, and now we are ready to take you on. And I love when tournaments arcs have that story of showing character growth through the fights. Yeah. Like, and I think that kind of sets the bar for me for any kind of like fighting like story, that whoever I'm following in the story, I want to see them grow going through the story, I like that kind of stuff. Yeah. But that so you're the generation, so you're talking about the generation before I basically your generation comes right before my generation, right. And I think that that's really really freaking cool. Like, you get to see the process and the effort that goes into it, and you're rewarded with these high octane fights, and they do win. Yeah. Right. Meanwhile, Ash Ketchum doesn't even break into top 8. No, he doesn't. He doesn't at all. And I think it's kind of like it kind of shows a difference between the two generations of storytelling, where my generation, a lot of like stories about the hero progressing through a fight, you knew he was going to win. That is like, it was just a matter of how. Yeah, it was just a matter of how. But I think your generation, and they tell it so well, is we tell stories and we show the character losing. we don't like assume everything's going to be okay. I see more stories in later generations showing the character losing, showing what happens when they lose. I think the only time from when I would watch anime growing up that I ever saw someone lose and they benefit from it was original Dragon Ball.
I was any time that Goku loses and gets that Zenkai boost.
No, I'm no.
The Dragon Ball. This is before Zenkai boost becomes canon.
When he lost the first Tenkaichi. Yeah, that was character growth that when he lost that, because he lost against Master Roshi as Jackie Chun, but that was all part of the lesson that Master Roshi was telling him of like, hey, look, sometimes you're going to lose. There are people out there who are stronger than you. Never forget that. And that is, I think, a lesson a lot of people should learn.
Have you ever been in like a tournament setting before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I
know I have. I think we can dive into this.
Oh no, yeah. So a lot when I was a kid. Wow.
What do you mean? When I was a kid, like no one else was a kid before.
Kappa, I don't mean to drop this bomb on you, but I used to be a children.
Oh my God, a children?
Yeah, I used to be a children.
Oh no.
But no, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of like fighting game. I wasn't in the fighting game scene big, but I would go to a lot of store tournaments and just mess around there and just have fun with that. So you were in fighting game tournaments. Oh yeah,
but like locals.
Oh,
right?
just local stuff. No, I didn't go to anything big. I never went to Evo. I always wanted to go to Evo. It's kind of like my bucket list of things I want to do.
We still can.
I know. I mean, they just announced that for Evo this year, they're doing a whole thing for Marvel Tokon.
Are you gonna go to Vegas again? It's 2 times in 1 year.
Gosh, it's a thing. It's like if I go to Evo this year, it would just be for me to play Marvel Tokon. That's the only reason I would go to Evo this year. But I never went to anything big like that. I always went to local stuff, but I would always play Street Fighter V. That was like my thing of being in these small local tournaments. And it was, when it comes to like...
Wait, Street Fighter V? That was like, how long ago were you a child?
Dude, I was like 20. Okay, you know what? I'm calling my 20s my child years. That's how old I am.
I see.
That's how old I am, that I can refer back to when I was in my 20s as me being a baby.
Street Fighter V came out like less than 10 years ago, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, not 5. 4. Wow.
4. Okay.
Yes. Street Fighter 4 is what I played a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 was like when I was in high school.
Yes. Yeah. I was just in college. I was maybe just out of college around that time.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, understandable. You're still a child.
I'm still a child at that time. But yeah, it was Street Fighter 4. I played that a lot. I was someone who just liked playing the game. I was not good at it. I was terrible at it. But it was just me. I mained Adon. I loved Adon. I still love Adon to this day as a character that I realized I liked playing Adon because he played a lot like Joe Higashi in Capcom versus SNK 2. So that was a very like nice, easy transition of mechanics for me. But that got me into just being in like small scale tournaments and everything. And I really enjoyed it. It was a nice scene, but it sometimes got too rowdy for me, so I wouldn't go to them all, but it was fun. I really enjoyed going to those tournaments. Did you? I know you did tournaments.
I did tournaments. But okay, so you played Adon. I think in Street Fighter 4 when I picked it up, I think the Jury had just come onto the scene.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And so I picked up Jury, and learned Street Fighter. I mean, I had played Street Fighter Alpha 2, but was never really good at it. So I had played your Shoto characters and all that stuff. But really, when I learned the mechanics of the game was playing as Jury. Everyone knows Jury at this point.
Everyone, Jury is
Taekwondo, like white, pink, black, color scheme.
She's basically she was an e-girl before e-girls were e-girls.
Lots of art.
You know what? Hey, we're gonna say feet. People really like her.
That
feet.
That one's for wiki feet. That one's for the people who peruse that website. But yeah, so I mean, okay, let's see. I did a lot of competition and tournament stuff. Mostly because I wonder if it's because of watching Pokemon and other tournament style anime.
You
Uh,
know what? I think it was
because
because yeah.
you because I think I treated it as, you know, you train, you learn, you
Mhm.
pick up the game, and there's this journey. You create a relationship between you and, you know, other people in your community who are playing the game. You have a main character, or if you're like me and you played first person shooters, you know, your main sort of like gun setups
Mhm.
and you know, stuff like that, techniques
Mhm.
and specialties and all that stuff. So yeah, I played the game like to this day, the game that I played the most and have logged the most hours in might be Super Smash Brothers
Oh.
Melee.
Oh, see, I know for a fact if I was in any brawl tournaments, I would have been trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is though, I didn't have access to a lot of brawl tournaments,
Mm-hmm.
but
Because it
then
was not really conducive to tournaments.
it wasn't a big thing at the time, but then
No.
when Melee came out and that was like, you know,
Melee was, so I mean, there's a whole documentary that you can watch about
yeah.
Melee and fighting games and all that stuff, but that's where I really started playing video games. Like I picked it up when I was in elementary school, and it wasn't until maybe middle school, late middle school, early high school, that I really started to get good at it, like really putting the time to practice and understand the game, and got good enough to go to tournaments in the local area, and would, whenever there was a there was a free weekend, me and my friends would go and try and see if there was any use, you know, check out Facebook, if see if there was anything within driving distance,
Mhm.
that we can compete in. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty good, not like Evo level good, not but there wasn't or you know, major tournament level good, but
Mhm.
I could go to most local places and hold my own.
It
Um,
it's I think when it came to like games like like the arena style fighters, I was trouble. I
mm,
knew I could go in there and mess around because you know when you play a certain game and you kind of hit that point where you're playing against someone else, you're like, why is this so easy? Why it's not
because you
that
haven't been humbled yet by
yeah, no,
Richie.
yeah. No, but it's true. You haven't been humbled yet in the game. But when you go into a game, you're like, this is way too easy for me. What's going on here?
Mm,
And it doesn't
mm.
click like, oh right, I'm good. I think that's the good confidence to go into any kind of fighter game.
I think for me, it was more about the man, the same way that Goku is, you
Mhm.
know, of like, I just want to play good people. I want to fight
Oh,
people that I can learn stuff from and adapt my game style to like, it was really very much like, how can I be better? And
yes,
tournaments
yes.
and competition and all that stuff was where the highest tier of skill level would exist.
You know,
So,
you know what I think is kind of going back to what you were saying, how you were kind of grown into this mindset
mhm,
of like because you had access to all of these shows that were telling you like, hey, you can if you are good enough, you can do this in a tournament, you know?
mhm.
But for me, all of the times whenever we saw the tournament arcs, it was like, no, you're doing this tournament because you have to. You know, you have to
You
do
will
this.
die
Or you
if
will
you don't
die, or you
win.
will not succeed in life. You know, thinking about what I'm thinking. It was, yeah.
Meanwhile,
Look,
the stakes for Yu-Gi-Oh! Were just you lose your cards
yeah.
until Kaiba comes along and ruins everything.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Dark Tournament. Oh, Yusuke's gonna die if he doesn't. The Chunin exam. Oh, you're not gonna graduate if
The
you don't.
tunings. Yeah.
Like, gosh.
The tuning exams were very, and it's not even like you're not gonna graduate. It was like, if you don't make it through this forest, you're gonna die. Like, it was
Yeah, and even if you make it through the forest, there's a slim chance you still may not pass the exam, or
yeah,
you will die again. So
yeah.
it's kind of the whole mindset of like you were. It was a very the world of tournaments was a very easily accessible thing for you.
Yeah, I think like it was, yeah, accessible, very much like presented as
Mhm.
like, this is something that you like, this is definitely like an option for you.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it lends itself to towards like sports, it lends itself to other extracurriculars like debate
Mm-hmm.
or stuff like that. So I really, whenever there was a uh any sort of competition, or
Yeah.
like whether it was in school, whether it was like if there was like a ranking system, or if there was like some sort of incentive to do well,
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely like locked in and trying my best and honing my craft and skill, to fit whatever was called for in for like academics and everything. That's what really drove me.
Mm-hmm.
I would surround myself with people who were also really good with academics, so that we could, share resources and all that stuff. If it was first person shooters, I played a lot of Halo 2 as well, like right up there next to Melee and
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon. Right. I was trying my best to play with people who were better than me, so I can become better than them, and all that stuff,
I think it's for me when it came to playing games with people, it was less. I favored more in the rather less than PvP but more PvE format. That's where
Hmm.
I thrived. My thing
Oh, okay.
was I enjoyed playing games with people where it was us versus someone else. And that's
Okay. It
something I still
was very
carry to this day.
cooperative.
I love co-op. I'm a
Mm,
huge co-op fan. But for some reason I can't do co-op like PvP co-op
okay.
because that's for some
It's still
reason
PvP.
it's still because at the end it's PvP.
Yeah.
But I love PvE co-op. That's my favorite kind of play of kind of gaming because it's kind of like it
Mm.
goes back to the mindset of I'm in a tournament for a reason rather than I'm in a tournament to prove I'm the best.
I see.
You
Yeah,
know?
I think that's where you and I differ. It's like I'm not. I really enjoy playing against other people,
Hmm.
or not for me. It's not even like against. I'm still playing with them, but it just happens that our goals are opposed to each other. If that makes sense. You
You
know.
know what? That does make sense because I played Magic against you a bunch of times.
Yes.
And that kind of it really is like a big that is how you play Magic is
Yeah.
that you go in there is like I'm doing this to win and show off what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And my mindset of going into Magic is I just want to show off what I can do. I don't care if I win. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to show off what I can do and kind of like tell a story at the table.
Yeah.
And I think if I go into any, and that was kind of something I wish I'm a mindset I had when it came to like competitive stuff. And I feel like I
Oh,
would
I
probably
see.
have done more competitive if I had this mindset of, I just want to go in and show off, not
Mm-hmm.
trying to win, not trying to place top 8 or anything. I just want to show off what I can do. Is it the best? I don't know.
I think that
But
honestly, I
that is a
think
mindset I carry now, definitely.
for casual stuff and like Commander and Magic that we play together, that's definitely a
Mhm.
healthy mindset. I think the driving factor for me to be in more competition when I was younger was because you have instant feedback
Oh
to
yeah.
whether or not you are at this level or not. You win or you lose,
Hmm.
right? If you win, great, you meet or are above the this measurement, this metric. If not, you can try again, but you're gonna have to get better,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think I mean, there's definitely points of like where that competition breeds toxic mindsets, and I
It.
definitely had fallen into that trap before of
Mhm.
like I'm not good enough, I can't, where losing can really impact your ability to see yourself in a positive light, to see others in a positive light, you know.
I,
um
I think that was kind of also kind of thing that kind of kept me away from diving deeper into the FGC. You know,
yeah,
was that I saw it
that it
firsthand of
exists.
like very up in front of me the toxic side of the
Yeah.
fighting game community. Like to this day I still follow like all aspects of the fighting game community. I know the good sides, I know the bad sides, and it's oh boy, goodness. I mean, I feel like you can really like look it started kind of like what you just said right there, is that because you have that instant feedback.
Yeah.
You have that instant feedback. You have someone ready to give commentary to you. But when you're in a competitive environment, the first commentary someone's going to give you is going to be a negative one if you do bad.
Not all I mean, kind of like the first feedback that you get is you lose, and whether or not you take that in a positive or negative way, that's really internal. Losing is just like understanding that losing is just part of competition is so much better for your mental health, because then you can accept that you will lose, and when you see that as just part of it, you're more likely to avoid the negative energy that comes with that, because like you lose, that doesn't necessarily mean you're a loser.
Yeah,
right.
It's a lot of people really need to maintain that Rock Lee mentality.
The Rock Lee mentality. Oh,
everyone needs to have the Rock Lee mentality.
Our bowl cut king,
the loser king of Naruto. Everyone needs to have that mentality.
The actual ninja of Naruto.
Thank you. Yes, the real actual ninja and not a wizard.
Actual ninja of
Naruto. No, Tenten and Rock Lee were the only two ninjas in that whole series.
Ten still got chakra,
but you see what I mean.
But you're right. Yeah.
Like the whole Rock Lee mentality of like, am I good? Probably not. Do people view me as good? Nope. But I'm gonna lock in. I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to show how I become the best my own way. And if you don't like it, well, you could just get out my way.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people should have that mindset of going into any kind of competitive scene, be it PvP competitive, PvE competitive, Royale, like whatever. Like, I think we would probably have a lot less toxicity in competitive spaces if people just agree to just respect everyone else's way of playing something.
Yeah, there's this entire industry, and we see it in professional sports, amateur sports, esports, whatever, of sport, like sports psychology, competitive psychology, because it's far too easy to adopt a mindset that is antithetical, that does not necessarily antithetical, not anti Rock Lee, but that is unhealthy, that is unhealthy, and is what Rock Lee's sort of mindset, the Goku mindset,
yes,
right, is stands for, self-improvement. Not necessarily like your comparison. While it's okay to compare your metric, but comparing your self-worth is that's what we need to be avoiding.
I think that, do you think it's a thing of, should we be aware of that people are better than you?
Yeah.
And that is how you deal with the fact that you are aware that people are better than you.
Like the fact that whether or not you should be aware totally sidesteps the question sidesteps the fact that there are people better than you. Right. The knowing who those people are is probably unhealthy, because then you start comparing yourself and your self-worth to an individual as opposed to lifting yourself up. Right.
Yeah.
I think this kind of goes, I mean, this ties itself also into like improv. Like we do TTRPG, that's all performance, that's all improv and stuff, and that's harder to gain that sort of feedback, right? It's not meant to be competitive,
no,
but there is this sort of internal view that you have of yourself of like, oh, that was really funny, that person did a really good job, or man, that person was really emotional, and I want to do stuff like that, and I don't know if I'm there.
Yeah, it's no matter.
It's way harder to get feedback in that regard. But if you adopt that sort of like Rock Lee mindset of I'm just gonna be me, and I'm gonna be the best me.
Oh yeah,
right. Bringing that sort of mentality into our performance, bringing that mentality into TTRPG and AP, far healthier.
Oh no, yeah, you will enjoy life in general, if you just live your life the way you feel comfortable living the life you want to live. And the thing is, don't take this as some kind of thing of saying, do whatever you want. You also have to be aware of how what you do affects people around you. You also need to have like hardcore empathy if you're going to live that kind of life.
You're a tall person. I'm also not as tall, but I'm also a tall person.
Yes.
Do you ever wonder if that has affected how you enter tournament and competition spaces?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I stand out. That's a big reason why I don't go to why I don't do like, big tournament, because I stood out all the time. I'm a very tall, lanky person. And I was very self-conscious of that growing up. So it's kind of like why I didn't do a lot of like front-facing things for a good chunk of my life, because I was just very self-conscious of like my body shape and everything.
Yeah.
And if I was at tournaments, oh yeah, I would just stand out like a sore thumb all the time, and I didn't want people looking at me.
Yeah. You're very aware of how much space you take. Yeah. You're very aware of your physicality, and also like I think that also translates to being like very aware of of how much social space you take up, or how much I don't know, like attention you grab.
It's very much a thing where when I go into a place, I know people are looking at me no matter what.
Yeah.
I enter there, the first thing people say is like, holy cow, that person's tall. So they're going to look at me. So what I try to do is I always try to just radiate an aura of, like, by default, I just try to give off a very approachable aura, of someone like I'm easy to talk to kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel like, turned into like that self-defense mechanism of like breaking people down, so that there is more to me than just this really tall person that walked into your space.
Yeah.
I think that's like the go-to defense tactic for me. It used to be I would shrink myself down a little bit, but now it's like, no, I'm tall. I own that shit. But it's just more so, if you're going to see me, I'm going to try to be welcoming.
You want to control how people perceive you beyond just the height.
Yeah. You want that, good. I want people to feel comfortable around me.
The thing that I wanted to ask, the reason why I asked that is because it is very, very common for people, when they win, even if they lose, to have some sort of physical reaction, right?
Yeah.
We know it as the pop off.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Gosh.
When you win, you jump out your chair, you cheer, you punch the air,
it's your win pose.
Your win pose. Yeah. Your sort of celebration dance.
Yeah.
Right. And I was wondering if you had ever experienced this, because, okay, so I'll talk about one of my experiences in a tournament, right? It was, I think, semifinals. It was not finals, semifinals. And, there were a lot of people watching the screen. And when I had won, defeated the person I was playing against, I celebrated. And I don't think I was like I wasn't throwing anything, but I like definitely jumped up, hugged my friend, cheered. And I think it was a tournament official or someone who was like, hey, you need to simmer down, like this is excessive, right? And looking back, I was like, I think like when they had given me that warning, I was looking back, I was like, I'm not doing anything different than anyone else that I've seen celebrate, And I realized it's because I'm taller and bigger than most of everyone else here. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So because of that, and I think that was like one of my first tournaments, right, in high school or something like that. Since then, my sort of celebration or anything was to like you said, put on an approachable air, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd congratulate the person who win or lose, congratulate the person I was playing with, if they're open to conversation and talk about what had just transpired on the screen in the match or whatever. But I never was like super energetic when it came
Mm-hmm.
to celebration stuff, and it was because of that sort of like taking up space, right?
I
And so I was like, because of, you know, how I wonder how common that is. I wanted
I
to see if that's something that you experienced.
I think for me personally, I can't find it in me to pop off if I
No.
win, because like my brain is kind of like shifts gears as soon as as soon as I start playing and I lock in, my brain just shifts gears. I am
Mm-hmm.
focused and locked in on the task at hand. So if I win, it's kind of like, you know, if you're out for like a long drive and you hit that high 88 miles per hour for a stretch of road, and then you slow down after a bit, and then you stop the brakes suddenly, you skid to a stop, and you just lean back in the car. You're like, that's me when I win.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
see.
it's really like this. I just do this full out sigh of relief, and then I suddenly am realizing, oh right, I'm here. I just won. Great. Let me shake your hand. Cool. That was, and
So
I'll snap. Then suddenly afterwards, it then hits me. I'm like, oh crap, I won. This is great.
yeah,
But it's a very slow build up for me.
my so that's really interesting to me, because when I play, I really get into it. Like my body gets into it. Like
Mhm.
when I'm playing first person shooters, when I was streaming, if something like came at me, I'd like move my head, right? Because it's hard for me to separate out what's happening on the screen or what's happening in front of me from
Yeah.
myself, right? So I really get into it in that sense. But you're able to separate that out. You're able to leave everything on the screen
Oh yeah.
as per se.
Like you've hunted with me.
Yes.
You notice
Wait.
that I get
Yeah.
quiet when I hunt.
We're talking Monster
Yeah,
Hunter.
whenever we play
Yes.
Monster Hunter, you notice that I get really quiet when we play Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
That's why. Because I lock in so hard.
I think so that's where I'm at. Like our version of lock in is different. I
Yes.
feel like we're both locked in this either similar or the same amount, but for me it involves my whole body,
Oh,
right?
yeah. For me, oh,
I
yeah.
I don't necessarily get quiet. Like I call out moves, I call out positioning, I
Mhm.
call out whenever a next attack is coming,
Yeah.
or like give status updates
Yeah.
and everything, right? For me that's locking in, because it helps the team, it helps me kind of stay centered into the moment to moment action and understand what's happening. But I definitely also can get into that where like you just kind of go quiet and you're
Mm-hmm.
like one flow state, right? You're
Oh, yeah.
not so much focused on call outs. You're not so much focused on um you know I don't know, like you don't need the
For
focus.
me, it's
You're just in it.
yeah, for me, it's uh it's kind of okay,
It's hard to describe.
yeah, it is. It's kind of like it's like I'm like in this weird, oh, okay. It's kind of like I go Trans Am in Gundam.
Okay.
You know, it's where in that I just become hyper aware of everything around me,
Hmm.
and what everyone is doing on the map, and what
Flow state.
everyone in my team is doing, that I don't need to make any call outs, because I will look at this person like, oh, they're gonna do that. Let me get myself positioned for this. Oh, I see they're gonna do that. Let me get myself positioned for this. I am playing a weapon that I know where I need to be, or I'm playing something that I know my positioning, so I don't interfere whatever anyone else's goal is. I think that's kind of like why I like playing Hammer so much in
Mm.
Monster Hunter. The one thing I'm supposed to do is aim for the head. That's all I'm supposed to do. So I will let everyone do what they need to do. And then as soon as that knockdown comes in or it gives me space, come in, aim for the head, do what I need to do, back out, be
Hmm.
aware of what everyone else is doing, and constantly repeat that pattern. Or if I'm playing Gunlands, I'm going to tank. I'm going to sit there and tank, poke away until I build up meter and build up wyvern shot and release a big burst, and then let people come in after that stagger point hits. People come in and do what they have to do. Like,
yeah,
it's very much a state of field awareness that I can't maintain in first person shooters for PvP.
yeah.
But that's how it is for me. It's very much a field awareness I maintain.
I see. I think my background in first person shooters is kind of translates to this, because if you're in a team, you're not doing well if you're not providing the information that you are able to see, right? Mm-hmm. If you consider like a 2v2, right? Having the information of your partner means you have 4 eyes on the battlefield or your play space, and you can make more effective decision making because you have another perspective.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that is a habit that I've garnered, or that I've built up, you know.
I feel like the way you describe our two play styles when it comes to competitive games is that you are very much you are a Gundam protagonist who is part of a team, or I'm a solo Gundam protagonist, but we both have the same power set, but you're a new type and you have like, you're one of a 5-person cast where I'm the character.
Oh no, am I Gundam Wing and you're Barbatos?
Yeah.
No. No. How dare you?
No, I was gonna say you're 00, but if you want to say Wing, go right ahead.
I completely missed 00, but
00. Oh my! See, okay, I will always say that if anyone was ever burned by Wing, because Wing is a super subjective series, people either love or hate Wing, but people who both have seen Wing either love or hate it you'll ultimately agree 00 is Gundam Wing but better.
Interesting. Okay.
It is so much better. Everything about it is kind of, you watch and you're like, man, why wasn't Gundam Wing like this?
It's my opinion that Gundam Wing is popular. It's the most popular here because it was the first. It was among the first anime that was introduced to Western audiences.
It was one of the
Toonami.
first. It was the first main. It was the first time Gundam was brought to the main pop culture.
Right. Yes. Yes. And so, and that's why it's popular. That's why it was first popular. But it was definitely one of those that they were like, you can have this one. It's not. We'll test out we'll test out the market with our kind of trash.
It's like
Gundam.
when you look at all the Gundam series that came before it, they're like, guys, we have all these great series.
Banger,
these are great. We have bangers. We have written stories written by Tomino. The man talks about the dark side of war and talks about the futility of mankind.
And that's not to say that Wing doesn't do that. Wing still does that.
Yeah,
just
does it
not as good.
It's like they said that we can give you a story that tells that, but hear me out. It's written by the guy that made Ronin Warriors. Y'all know Ronin Warriors, right? It's like Ronin Warriors, but with robots.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's just good. So yeah, so like there are better Gundam anime out there. In particular, I think like, okay, if anyone's watching this and really wants to understand me and WallE as people, right? Watch some of the Gundam, but I think for me personally, watch Gundam Seed and Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans.
For me, it is watch Gundam Zeta and Char's Counterattack.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, Char's Counter. Okay, never mind. Char's Counterattack is good too. Watch that,
because you know why a lot of people don't consider it like a series. I always consider it as, no, this is something you should watch. It is 100% something you watch.
Are you okay? Really quickly, are you watching the new one, G-Quux?
Oh, G-Quux. So good.
Is it good? Okay,
it is so good. It's okay, so it's made by the guy who did Shin Godzilla. So basically, this is the guy who made Evangelion.
Yeah.
He pretty much does the same thing.
Okay.
With this series, he puts you see everything, all his thumbprints on this series.
So I knew this, and I was waiting for everything to come out so I can watch all of it. But I feel like there's enough of. Is it done? Do you know?
It's done. Yeah, it's done.
It's done. Okay, so I can, because I was waiting until there was a lot of it, but I was also like, Is it good? Is it that good that I need to be following it week to week?
I would. It's okay. So
It's too late for that.
I enjoyed watching and following it week to week because I love UC Gundam. That is something that's ingrained in me. I love it so much that the Universal Century stuff is when I found out how tightly this was woven into the Universal Century, I was like, oh no, I want to watch this. And especially after you watch certain episodes, you want to watch it week for week, just so you can see how the Universal Century is involved in this series. But the show is also, that's why I watch week to week. But I also watched it in chunks too, because sometimes we'll miss weeks. And even then, it is a great series that you can just watch either in chunks or in binge or however you want it. Because also the way the storytelling is, there are certain points in the stories where they take a lot of intermissions, and that also kind of like will make you want to watch week to week or back-to-back episodes.
So to give, just in case people listening don't understand and just see Gundam as just Gundam, right? Gundam is what would you call it? The brand, the franchise?
It's the franchise. It's a franchise at this point.
But similar to, like, say, comic book franchises, right? You have different continuities.
Yeah, I would say the best way to describe Gundam, it is one large. If I could compare it to something else, it's kind of like what Star Wars used to be. When it had its expanded universes, like there was the main Star Wars story, but they were all the expanded universes. They weren't canon, but they were part of this expanded universe. And Gundam kind of does the same thing too, where there was the main Universal Century storyline where they would tell stories along this huge timeline that went on.
This epic space opera.
Yeah. But then they'd have other series, which was spin-offs of the Universal Century that were alternate universes, but still maintain the core concept of giant robots involved in war.
Space battles, war, all that stuff. Now that I think about it, it's very similar to how James Gunn is running DCU. Right? He with everything James Gunn is doing to the DC universe is there's a main timeline, right? And the Gundam analog of that is going to be the Universal Century timeline. It's going to be this big, great, very long storyline with different entries that you can have your favorite parts on, different flavors depending on who's writing it and who's animating it. But with James Gunn has come out and said that the Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, is part of the Elseworlds DC universe, right? So it's its own little isolated thing, but still similar and has a lot of the same sort of DNA in it, but is separate from that timeline. So things like Iron-Blooded Orphans, Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, all this stuff, they are their own sort of separate universes, but using the same IP.
Yeah, you always see certain themes in every single Gundam series that is universal through all the series. And what is so interesting about Quacks is that it's basically a fan fiction. This is the most fan fiction series ever. Like, this is not even a spoiler. This is just basically what the universe is. The universe of Quacks is basically, what if Zeon won?
Yeah,
what if the Federation lost?
Take one very key moment early on in Gundam history and just change the outcome.
And I will say that was the episode that got me hooked on it, because it wasn't just that they showed that very unique moment, but when you watch, you're like, oh no, this is a 1-for-1 retelling of that episode, but that one thing has been changed. So you want to see going forward, it's like, how did this one thing ripple in time change everything else? It was fantastic. I highly recommend seeing. You would enjoy it. You would very much.
I do plan on watching it. I just kind of wanted to get your opinion about it. G-Quux it's very interesting. What is your favorite? If it's not Universal Century, what is your favorite sort of Gundam universe?
Gosh, timeline? I forgot what the actual designation of it is. But I think it's called the Fighting Century. Was G Gundam?
G Gundam, yeah. You can just say G Gundam.
Then G Gundam. G Gundam was
silly fun.
Oh gosh, G Gundam was G Gundam came to me at a time when I was getting big into super robots.
Okay.
So G Gundam like was that right Gundam that came right at that right time that I could go, nah, this is the most amazing thing I ever came out. Also, it was directed by one of my favorite anime directors, who worked on Giant Robo, The Day the Earth Stood Still. He also worked in the series, so it was me going to like, I'm a fan of this guy.
If you don't, so G Gundam, if you think Gundam is like super serious and everything, part of that is, but G Gundam is like the place where the silly fun stuff is, right? It's where you have like the Cactus Gundam, or the Windmill Gundam, the Bull Gundam. You had the
Mexico Gundam, which was a giant cactus. You had the Sweden Gundam, which was a giant windmill. You had you had a Gundam from the colony of the United States, which was just basically a giant football man.
Yeah, it was
American football guy.
The American football gloves. Gundam. Yeah,
with boxing gloves.
With boxing gloves.
You can't get any more. Oh wait, and also he had revolvers, so you don't get any more American than that.
Yeah, oh man. So that's G. I respect that. That's my friend loves G Gundam as well, because how silly it can be, but also the martial arts aspect of it. It's closer to like your tournament arc. Bring it back around.
It is a tournament arc. G Gundam is just one big tournament arc.
Yeah. So that's your thing. Go check out G Gundam.
What about you? I know you love some Iron Blooded.
I love Iron Blooded Orphans. I think part of me is, do I like Iron Blooded Orphans, or do I just like the design of their main Gundam Barbatos?
Okay, so okay. I already answered mine, and I know it's because of G Gundam. I love G Gundam's design and the story. What is that universe then for you, where you both love the story and the design?
Oh man, okay. I think Gundam Seed.
Ooh.
So okay, Gundam Barbatos is my favorite design of the mech. Right. I think it's the best departure from best. Not departure, but like best iteration.
Yeah.
Best innovation. There we go. Best innovation on the Gundam TM IP.
Yeah.
That we've seen in a long time. There are some other ones that are really good, but in terms of
Crossbow Gundam, it's a shame we never get an anime for Crossbow Gundam, but that's just me talking about anime. So whatever, go on.
But the story itself, while still very, very good, is also okay. Let me finish my thought, and then I'm going to revise what I had just said. The story for Iron Blooded Orphans is gritty. If you like Game of Thrones, if you like political thrillers and all that stuff, Iron Blooded Orphans is really, really good. The reason why Gundam Seed gets a shout out here is because that was like, it's popular for a reason. It touches on all the things without being in the Universal Century timeline. It's cosmic era or cosmic timeline.
I think it's cosmic era. Yes.
Yeah, it's very much it leans heavier into your space fantasy and your science fiction, which is great. And I think they have, outside of your main Gundam universe and timeline and everything, I think they put in the most work into Gundam Seed, because it's really cool. There's a lot to love there. Go ahead.
That is a very objective thing you said, subjective rather, because oh boy, I have opinions about Gundam Seed that we don't have enough time for me to go into.
Okay, maybe we save this for another episode.
Maybe I have to save it because I have
we'll talk about Gundam Seed. I'm writing it down. But oh man, I completely and Austin is gonna get so mad at me for this. The lesbians Gundam.
Witch of Mercury.
Gundam Witch of Mercury.
People need to watch that series.
It's so good.
It is so good.
It is.
Oh gosh, like it started the wave of like, we need more female protagonists in Gundam series. Like it's such an untapped market that people need to do more with.
So what they did with Witch from Mercury, and it has so much hate online and really makes me upset at the Gundam community, like the vocal Gundam community. I thought y'all would be cool, but apparently not. But it takes it modernizes the original feeling of Gundam, right? You can it's a cartoon, and so people have to latch on to a young person, like a young protagonist, right? And then they grow, and they go through trauma and everything, and they handle it so well. And the interpersonal connections between the main character and the side characters and the villains and the antagonist and the Gundam design is so cool too.
It's you don't get character. I've never had character interactions like I have had in Witch of Mercury in any other Gundam series. Like maybe not since classic Gundam, that the character interactions are so vibrant and so intense and make you just want to know. I want to see more about every single one of these characters.
There is a character in the series who is so ride or die that she walks, like when she sees her friend getting insulted by this other person, she walks up the stairs and socks her in the face out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. I cheered. And I watched that thing. I watched that clip maybe 80 times.
It has the same energy as Anya punching the kid in Spy X Family, like deadpan punch of how dare you say this kind of stuff.
She didn't see it coming.
Didn't. It was so good. Oh my god.
If you want to see if you want to see someone with someone abusing their privilege get socked in the face, watch Witch of Mercury. It's also so good.
Witch of Mercury finally going to be in Super Robot Wars, the next Super Robot Wars coming out.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, they're going to be in it. I'm great. I'm really glad it's going to be in it because and on top of it, we're getting Godzilla's Singularity Point is also going to be in the game, which is a very big deal for me because that means, and they confirmed it, Godzilla is going to be a boss fight in the game. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I think everyone should play. I love Super Robot Wars.
It's a good game.
It's a very good, fun game. But you know what? I think we covered a lot today, didn't we, Kappa?
We did cover a lot, and if we go longer, we're gonna have to talk about Gundam Seed.
I have feelings, and I feel like
I think I know what they are, and they are justified.
Very subjective to me, and I think you know what those feelings are.
I think they're I think I know what they are, and I feel like they're justified.
Yeah. But
we have to end at some point.
We have to end at some point. That's the only reason why.
I think we're this is a good time.
Yeah, but Kappa, you know where they can tell you how to find you, because we don't even talk about this in the guest episodes. Kappa, where can they find you?
You can't. No, I'm stealing Austin's joke. No, you can find me on the internet at the Kappa Chris. I'm mostly on Blue Sky, but honestly, I'm not that hard to find anywhere else. If you want to see what I'm up to, that's probably the best place to get updates. If you want to follow what I'm doing without going to social media, go check out Frequencies on Patchwork Productions. That is a horror AP that is supposed to be like how we make a radio broadcast, but it goes wrong. It's our love letter to those who are creatives and create horrors in the space but have anxiety about it. Each episode is going to feature different characters and fears and anxieties surrounding content creation. So if you're someone that does this thing that we're doing right now but have anxiety about it, it's for you. We poured our heart and soul into that one. Please go check it out.
Love that show so much. I really do. I want more people to talk about it.
But if horror is not your thing, I mean, that's fair. Go check out Worst Heroes You Know. It's pretty easy to find. Just go on YouTube, search Worst Heroes You Know. That is a full AP following adventurers who literally are the worst. I play a person who might be a vampire? ? He's
question mark?
Yeah, he's not sure, but he's kind of sure, but
making life choices.
There's no evidence to point to confirm it.
That is a very on brand thing for you, though. to play a character like that.
Yeah.
Do I have a secret? I'll never tell, and it's even a secret to myself.
What about you, WallE? What are you up to?
You can find me on the internet, WALLE132, like the cute little Disney robot, where I am just talking about the things that I love, the things that I'm in, and the things that I do. I am guest spotting on so many things that I don't have any currently on. That's the wild part. See, that's for me, is that I have no ongoing shows. I'm just jumping from show to show, doing spots, so that I can't mention them, because by the time this comes out, they're all gone. There already has happened. But it's, I'm going to mention, because
one.
Yeah, you can find me on Roads Uncharted. I am with Kappa, my co-host, doing wonderful things. It was so much fun being on that. Once again, we play a duo no matter what we do together.
Yeah, we play rivals.
We play rivals of like friendly rivals who could possibly be a Nickelodeon TV show in the mid 2000s.
Yes,
that's the energy we have when we're at a table.
Remember that formula? Yeah, it lives. It's alive and well in me and WallE and everything that we do together.
Did you miss Drake and Josh? That's us. We're the Drake and Josh.
Go check out Roads Uncharted. It is a Genesis podcast. Anywhere you can find your favorite podcasts. It's an ongoing show. I think we're about to wrap season 5 recording. Maybe
I've been doing this for a while.
We've been doing this for a while. Yeah.
All right, but this has been R&D with Kappa and WallE. Don't forget to hug your pets and stay safe and stay blessed, y'all. Later.
See ya.
This episode was edited by Papito. You can find him on Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram. Thanks for listening to the R&D podcast with Kappa and WallE.